What is a realistic body shape on a female?
Video game characters are too ugly.
In a tweet with over 7,200 likes, we have official look at Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2. Hold up. We gotta run that back. Look at the... No way. 31.6 million views on Twitter versus only 7,000 likes. Oh, that's rough. I could realistically cut the video right here because that alone is extremely telling. But we'll take a look at some of the responses. From Chuck Gaffney. Oh, it's Spider-Man. Click play. Lots of comments about the age that she's looking. We could scroll here and you can see another comment that says Granny Jane. Marsupial Gamer saying, wow, that's just awful. I knew Marvel Publishing despised Mary Jane for some reason, but apparently so does Insomniac. That is a middle-aged wine mom with 11 cats. This is Mary Jane. Another comment saying, she's not ugly by any means, but that's simply not Mary Jane Watson. Probably my least favorite design choice by Insomniac. And someone else saying, Peter went from jackpot to 375. Look at this one. All that crime fighting just to come home to this.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for another double D dose delight of Stellar Blade? This is a really good video I've got for you today, ladies and gents, because my goodness, I didn't even know this was on the horizon, but wow. Wait until you see this.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
The Mary Sue from Rachel Oltowski. Stellar Blade's design isn't the problem. It's how creepy men are being about it. Really, Rachel? Because quite clearly from your profile, love, I don't think men are creeping over you. A new action game called Stellar Blade is on its way. Yes, about 3 weeks from now. And of course, men are being creepy about it. The hypersexualization of women in media, from TV to movies to video games, is a decades-old ongoing issue. And then they talk about statistics, estimating 61% of those working in the gaming industry are male. Because apparently, if you have male developers in gaming, that's a problem. They're the ones who are responsible for the hypersexualization of women. Oh, whoop-de-doo. What are you going to do about it, Rachel? What exactly are you going to do about it? Nothing, because the Mary Sue is irrelevant. Nobody cares about that online publication. Just like Kotaku, it is going to soon spiral into a black hole, never to be seen again. But of course, the reason why I brought you to this video today, folks, well, I'm just building up to the climax because we all love the climax, don't we? So this is Cina Kadon. You're probably thinking, who is this chick? Well, this is the voluptuous model they used as the character inspiration for Dina in The Last of Us Part 2. And when you compare both models side by side, yes, Dina has a very flat chest, whereas Miss Cina Kadon doesn't. She's a very voluptuous Italian woman, and she's a very popular YouTuber, and she's a very funny lady, actually. I'll just give you a quick bite of what she does.
Like no dur.
Like no dur.
No dur.
No.
Russian, no.
I don't think she's ever had any objections about the way her character looks. I don't think she actually cares about that. Maybe Naughty Dog brainwashed her and said, we're going to give you this amount of money, but don't voice any objections about the way you look, you know, because this is the sort of nonsense that Western video gaming likes to do. So without further ado, folks, check this out. Maxim Korea with 1.1 million subscribers. Which of the following has a realistic body shape? Of course, remember what the whole fuss about the character of Eve from Stellar Blade? Oh, you can't have that as that's not a realistic woman. It's a child over an adult body, like Karim Jovian actually spoke about a few weeks ago, because obviously what goes on in that sick man's deluded mind. But here we go. And of course, I have no idea what they're saying because I don't speak Korean, but this is the competition for sexiness gets fiercer. Ooh. I mean, she's all right. This chick is okay. A bit too white-faced painted.
네, 맞습니다. 화이트
Host the Miss 2024 Miss Maxim
맥심 뉴스
contest.
시작합니다.
A few moments later.
So there we go, folks. I did not realize I was blocking the lovely hostess's face. So move my god-awful ugly face right here to the left. But what is a realistic body shape on a female? And, you know, one thing I've got to say right here, yeah, South Korean women are based as F. I mean, good grief, just... Yeah, I mean, she's got a very beautiful figure and a dress that accentuates her curves, which makes me think that South Korea doesn't give two craps what you think about the way they perceive women, because like me, in a video like I discussed yesterday, it's all about sexiness, isn't it? Is it hypersexualization in entertainment? Well, you got to get eyes to the prize, right? And yeah, when you think about actresses who appear in live action fare where they might have to get scantily clad, or Nikkei, Goddess of Victory, where you have actresses voicing all the female characters, do you think they've got any objection about that? Of course not. Well, let's carry on because, yes, this is rather interesting.
현실적이란 말을 정의하기 어려운 일이지만 최근
Trust me, it's not
비현실적인
difficult.
몸매라고 비판받은 한 사건이 있었습니다. 게임 웹진 IGN 프랑스에서 한국
So IGN France gets called out because it was a male editor, not female, who said, yes, this is unrealistic depictions of women here. We can't have this in the video game. France, of all places, that has lingerie billboards wherever you walk on the Champs-Élysées. Really? Wow, and they're kicking up a fuss about a video game? I mean, France is known for being like an ultra-sexy country, but then again, you know, Sophie Marceau in D'Artagnan's Daughter getting her kit off, it was fine then, but apparently it's problematic now. Okay.
한국의 게임 스텔라 블레이드 데모판을 평가하며 게임 속 등장인물인 이브는 그저 몸이 건조하다.
So there you go, some of the screenshots here in response to Grums. By the way, Grums is a bit of a dubious fellow at the moment as well, because he's got a video game coming out, but apparently he's farming for money while he's on Twitter. So yeah, that's a whole other story. When you watch adult movies, I think certain adult films I've seen have been so well lit, they look fantastic. But when it comes to reality, yeah, it's a different thing altogether. In fact, Sunset Boulevard, Gloria Swanson, men want to go out with the fantasy, but then wake up to reality, which I guess might ring true. I mean, when you go to a nightclub, why do you think there's so many neon lights all over the place? Because you meet somebody really attractive and they look great under the lights in their 4K or 8K makeup, and then next morning it's like, oh my God! So yeah, you probably have a element of that, but again, it's a video game we're talking about, very sexy polygons.
여자를 한 번도 본 적 없는 누군가가 만든 성적인 측면이 부각된 인형이다 라며 비난했는데요. 하지만 여러분 아시는 분은 아실 텐데요. 이 게임에 등장하는 이브 캐릭터의 바디 모델링은 맥심 표지 모델이기도 했던 신재은 씨를 기반으로 제작됐습니다. 현실에 존재하는
There you go, some new footage of her being body scanned further. I hope Shift Up actually releases more video footage of this. And yes, why would you go to all the expense, all the trouble of rigging up Miss Shin Jae-eun, who doesn't obviously seem to care that she's being body scanned for a video game?
사람의 몸매를 기반으로 모델링한 캐릭터의 몸매가 비현실적이다. 이런 말이 되려나요? 요즘 여기저기서 많이 듣던 정치적 올바른 관련
It's another issue related to political correctness. Remember when we had that term in the 1980s while living in the UK? We've been hearing a lot about these days. Again, South Korea, based as F country. Love it.
터진 건데요. 그래서 맥심에서 신재일 씨의 몸매는 실제로
There you go. Therefore, to educate that Shin Jae-eun's body is indeed realistic and exists in reality.
현실에 존재하는 현실적인 몸매라는 걸 교육시켜드리기 위해서 신재은 씨의 표지 화보 촬영장 모습이
So if you look at a photo shoot, I mean, you've got, yes, I know some people will say, well, you know, it's social media, you can hyper-textualize certain features, but we've seen Shin Jae-eun more than once with her, I'm going to say she's probably a 35 double D, maybe 35D measurement, which is pretty awesome. She's a D cup.
긴 영상을 다시 한번 공개하기로 했습니다. 유튜브에 공개되어 있는 영상을 다시 한번 올린 것이긴 하지만요. 이번에는 세계에 더 많은 분들이 시청할 수 있도록 영어는 물론 일본어, 아랍어, 인도네시아
Trust me, love, we don't need subtitles if we're looking at Shin Jae-eun. Trust me, I think the rest of her speaks for itself.
야어, 베트남, 힌디어 등의 자막을 달아서 영상을 공개했습니다. 그 결과인지는 모르겠지만 세계 각지에서 모여든 시청자들의 댓글로 로마 콜로세움을 방불케 하는
Well, there you go. There's evidence enough, right? So if you think photographs are used to enhance the lovely assets of Miss Shin Jae-eun, well, quite clearly, this is a video being shot, a Maxim photo shoot, or another type of photo shoot, and, well, it's Maxim, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be any others, and look at that. I mean, the evidence is in full view, so to speak, and I really do like that full view at the moment.
뜨거운 열기가 느껴지는데요. 여러분, 현실적인 몸매가 뭘까요? 그 해답
This woman is 32, 33, which is an incredible thing to behold because she does not look it at all. Well, according to Kareem Jovian, she's 16.
궁금하시다면 맥심 표지 모델 신재인 씨의 영상을 한 번 더 시청해 주세요. 다음 소식입니다. 거유 불급.
Can we just double back on there a little bit? Holy, yeah. Do you see where they strategically put that subtitle? Current Korea, Maxim. I thought you were more based than that, but oh my word, holy jeez. I think I've got some extra research to do tonight, folks. And in fact, I'm just going to leave it here, actually. I'm not even going to bother switching back to the next screen. If you're wondering why I've been scratching my nose every now and then during my videos today, I've had a really nasty head cold and I've got a bit of itchiness. I think the pollen count in the UK is very high today, which explains a lot. So I do apologize for that. But one thing I will not apologize for is being a man of culture and appreciating everything about women that I like so much. Of course, you know, back in the good old days of the 90s, when I would work with female co-workers, it was some of the greatest times of my life. But of course now you hear about community managers, attacking the fans, the players, the gamer base, or things like Helldivers 2, where they're accusing them of being misogynistic and all this nonsense. And it's kind of like hitting them in the ghoulies, so to speak. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this Stellar Blade latest entry today, I know I certainly did, leave a like below, smash that subscribe button, and if I were you, and if you were me, you might want to come back for the next video.
I'm Lieutenant Drebin. This is Captain Hawken, Police Squad.
Is this some kind of bust?
Yes, it's very impressive, but we'd just like to ask a few questions.
Well, come on in.